Bayonetta and Frisky dimensional ring. Bayonetta and Frisky dimensional ring. Bayonetta and Frisky dimensional ring.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 64 of Yoko and Frisky's Dimensional Rift. And guess what we're talking about today? That's right, this episode is brought to you by Virtual Boy. Truly the future of gaming. PS Oculus, what is that? We have the Virtual Boy, baby. We got red graphics, black graphics, and we got a collection of like 18 games. Most of you can only play in Japan. It's a beautiful thing.
Were there really that many games? I think there were less than that.
I don't remember.
I don't know if they had double digits.
Subscribe now for more things like button pressing ASMR, eye strain, the feeling of wanting to vomit after playing for 15 minutes.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, baby.
For only one payment of how much was the system? Was it like $80?
I think it was a lot more than that.
I don't remember. That game console just came and went so fast.
I mean, if you want to get one now, it's like $8,000 or something like that.
It sure is.
Like it came out in '95, right? And the Nintendo 64 came out in '96.
Yep, it sure did.
Wow.
I remember my cousins getting the Virtual Boy, and we would come to Florida on a vacation, and one of us would bring a game system or two. So if someone would bring the Sega or Super Nintendo, and one year my cousins brought the Virtual Boy, and boy, we played for hours. And then I was like, wow, my eyes hurt. Had to get a new prescription for glasses. Don't play that system, folks. You'll be blind.
My vision is compromised.
It really was. It's not even a joke.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yoko, we love when you sacrifice your eyesight for our laughter.
Just like that time I saw that Teen Titans NSFW when I was 18.
Yeah.
Teen Titans fan fiction episode coming soon.
No, please. Anyway, boss, what's on the menu?
All right. Well, we're going to be talking about Nintendo 64 because, it's the 64th episode and I feel so clever about it. We got a special guest. You'll know him from the Raise Your Voice episode. Welcome back, Jason Vargas.
Oh my God, you called me by my...
That's right. Your government name.
So,
not your slave name.
Shay, I think you're breaking up a little bit.
It's so funny, because...
You good? Anyway, while we figure this out, today's Yoko React is going to be a live reaction of us reacting to the Super Mario Brothers trailer. Check that out.
It brings world peace. Wow. We should give women reproductive rights. Thanks, Mario movie.
Our crew is filled with Mario.
Gonna make us millions of dollars and wipe the minions off the map. I've been trying to do this for decades.
Next week,
Hence why I wanted to make the Mario move.
We're knee deep into lighting.
They own the Minions movie. They're still winning.
I know. Because all these middle-aged moms want a part of it.
Hand in hand with
and hilarious, supremely talented Mr. Jack Black.
And show more of him! Yes!
I can't let you have all the fun.
Daddy!
It's time for us to make this moment all about me.
Yo,
While you've been dreaming about
put on your cowboy boots
preparing.
and your bikini again, sir. I love Jack Black.
As well as the entire Nintendo and
He's very
Plus, he's got
charismatic.
video.
on this
Well, he's charismatic, and he's also has
Mario fandom
experience with animation and video games. So I hope he had some help, like
Thank you,
input.
Chris-san.
He gave some
Chris-san.
input. I don't know.
All right then. Thank you all for waiting. Let's press the
Finally! Finally!
Oh! Oh my god.
All right, I'm putting it down. All right. Oh, there's my baby. Dang.
There's an airship. Wow. There's a whole
I
island.
want that toy. Yup.
Damn.
Behold, the king of the Koopas!
Oh, he's hot. You could put that on the bingo card.
Yo, put that down.
Put it on the bingo.
Oh no, he's hot.
Open the gates!
Doesn't sound like Jack Black.
No, he's pretty good, dude.
The Penguin. Well, we're getting like a whole scene. This is crazy.
Wow. Yo.
That is but a taste of our fury.
Shit.
Do you yield? I do not.
Oh shit.
Dang.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
Oh, we got the
Where am I?
Ew, he looks like Chris Pratt.
No, he doesn't.
Mario in here. All right.
The graphics are like 5K.
What is this place?
Oh, they designed it for.
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
Mushroom Kingdom.
Uh-oh. It is an isekai.
Damn! That's it. Wow.
They made a shroom joke. What else did we get? Luigi. Okay, Luigi looking for Mario.
Part of this moment
Oh no! The warp pipe's something like I want to. Okay, no, you didn't say that.
That's all for today. We'll see you next spring in movie theaters. Thank you.
All right, but
Dang.
who's the next character in Smash Brothers?
I know. I need to know.
All right, what are your thoughts?
Okay. Okay. First of all, the what we get. I was right about the music remix of the Mario theme.
Okay.
But Bowser, a lot of these things we're not expecting this. Bowser's really scary, but they didn't fake him out.
No. He basically destroyed that whole the castle. Like those penguins are homeless.
Yeah. They made the shroom joke. The collecting the star MacGuffin happened.
Yeah. Did you get bingo?
And no, we didn't get bingo. It's wild.
I'm calling it right now. This shit's gonna make bank.
I believe you. I believe you. Wow, it didn't go all the way. But you know, I will say Mario looks good. I get the feeling that they designed Mario to look a little bit like Chris Pratt, just a little bit. I just get that feeling. We got an interesting taste.
No, I like that.
Very.
I like that they basically showed like a scene, like condensed for a trailer. Like they showed a short scene. They introduced the villain and his motivation, and then you get a little bit of Mario in there. And you know, you don't hear him talk that much, but he sounds like Chris Pratt. He's not doing a fake Italian accent. He's doing his own voice.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. You know, he
Me
looks
too.
great, and just the computer animation looks on point. Like everything looks like it came out of a Mario game. It doesn't look weird or twisted or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm glad that we kind of waited, because so the Mario movie was passed down originally. Like originally, it was going to be done by Sony, and then I guess Illumination took it, and then Illumination got bought by, I guess, Sony. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, it went through a lot of hands, but it looks fantastic. Like I said, I think it's gonna probably have a bigger opening weekend than Sonic 2. I'm calling it right now.
Well,
I'm calling it.
Mario, I notice. Okay, so there's a difference between humans and furries, right? So furries are gonna give them money, but parents are also going to abide by whatever the children say. You know, that's like a combination of two things. You have parents that are just gonna appease their child, because although that this film is going to appeal to everyone, we're probably going to see more adults in this film.
Adults going to the theater?
Yeah, to see Mario movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, people grew up on the games. Like, you know, even people who aren't gamers have picked up Super Mario Brothers at some point in their lives. Everybody knows who this guy is.
Well, the thing is, it's almost the same thing with Sonic, almost. Because remember, it was the console wars. The console wars was, were you on Team Mario or Team Sonic? And although Mario appeared a little bit earlier than Sonic, it's like Team Red or Blue. Yo, I would scream if Sonic made a cameo. I would.
Yeah, but does Sonic have his own theme park?
Well, it did, actually, in Disney World.
Yeah, but it's not around anymore.
Yeah, that's Sega's fault. They spent way too much fucking money.
No, like, I love the poster they dropped. I thought that was great. And then I got the first look at the design for Mario yesterday. It got leaked in a McDonald's ad. Freaking McDonald's.
That's funny.
And people were, trying to talk shit about it, comparing to with Sonic. I'm like, you guys are crazy.
They better be giving out good McDonald's toys next year, that's for sure.
But I knew as soon as we saw things in motion, like, there was gonna be no denying that this thing looks off the hook. You got a little taste of Luigi at the end. You know, they were like, we don't want to leave people hanging, so they give you a little bit of Luigi. And this is just a teaser. We're gonna get like a full trailer. I would say probably around Christmas time we'll probably get another trailer that shows a lot more story and a lot more of the Mushroom Kingdom and the characters. I'm excited for this, man. I think they did a good job.
Wow. I guess people in the UK had to wait longer.
Poor babies.
I know. This is hilarious. I just showed my friend what I checked off.
On the bingo card?
Yeah.
Yeah. For those who don't know, that was a bingo card for the trailer. Yeah. Just read a few of the things on the bingo card.
So I selected on the bingo card, Bowser is hot. The free space, obviously. It's an isekai, which is like, oh no, travel to a new world. The shroom joke, which they didn't make it direct, but they made a joke about a mushroom. I'll take that. Collecting a star MacGuffin, for real. Did I miss one?
I don't know. I mean, it was a different trailer. People were expecting like a generic, like, oh, this is what's gonna happen throughout the movie trailer. But no, they subverted our expectations and they just showed just like a short scene and then introduction to Mario. Clearly, he's not from the Mushroom Kingdom because he's like, oh, what is this place? Whoa.
That's wild.
That's fine. Is he from Brooklyn in this one? I don't know. We'll see.
Oh my god. I wonder where the Brooklyn thing came from. Was it from the cartoon specifically? I mean, from the 90s?
Well, it was from the 90s movie.
No, the 90s TV show had them from Brooklyn.
Oh, then I guess that's where it came from.
Yeah, because I used to watch that show religiously when I was a kid. And then this Zelda one. This preview was pretty boss. I'm probably going to watch it with my students.
Oh, yeah. Show your students.
Yeah, but the Luigi's Mansion!
Oh my god, is he gonna have a vacuum cleaner joke?
That's gonna be hilarious.
You didn't get bingo. You were close. There was no Yoshi and gets scared and poops an egg.
My friend said I could argue that the main Toad is an outcast. He was all dirty and weird. There are mushrooms without anybody else. Also, Chris Pratt in the direct off to the right there. That's one. Shit! Yeah, you're right.
Chris Pratt was so awkward in that little introduction. It's like he rolled out of bed.
I know.
And he's like, oh, I gotta record this thing. You could argue that Luigi looking for Mario B plot is what's going on at the end of the trailer.
Fair. My friend's being real critical. She's just like, bro, he didn't even try an accent.
Oh, bro. If he tried an accent, he would have just upset everybody.
It's true, but I mean, you know.
Like, oh, this is offensive to Italians.
No, everybody hates Mario. Everyone's like, yay, Bowser's great though. Good Bowser voice at least. Same with Luigi. I think Luigi did it okay. Or no, was it? Hold on, let me look at it again real quick. So definitely a world with adventure. Wait, I wanted to see the end. Where'd Luigi go?
He's coming.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna be more engaged with Luigi. That's just how I feel.
Everybody hated on Chris Pratt. But watch him, he's gonna do a great job.
I know he is. That's why, I may not like him very much, but I don't hate him. I mean, if I had, okay, you're gonna be surprised. If I had to put him on a tier, prefer him over Seth Rogen.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a given. You freaking hate Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
And he's in this movie too. They kept him away from your eyes.
Yeah.
We're back to the present. No sign of Jason yet. So in the meantime, let me hit you guys with a review of Black Adam. Oh man, so you know who The Rock is, right?
Of course I know who The Rock is.
Well, imagine him flying around and beating up people and shooting lightning from his hands.
Wow. Doesn't he already do that already, John?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is this a documentary or what?
Yeah.
But yeah, imagine that for 2 hours, and then you get Pierce
2
Brosnan.
hours.
2 hours. Right?
Wow.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah, imagine that for 2 hours, and then you get some C-list superheroes like this lady named Cyclone, who's a bootleg version of Storm.
Ugh. I thought you were gonna say C-list as in cunt list.
No. Seriously, she gets like barely any lines. And then you got a bootleg version of Ant-Man. His name is Atom Smasher.
I know Atom Smasher.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing he's smashing in this movie because he got no game.
Shit! Yo, that's fucked up.
And then Pierce Brosnan shows up as Dr. Fate. He's the best part of the movie. Like, Pierce Brosnan is just a treasure. We don't deserve him. He's a beautiful soul.
It's like, we don't deserve him.
And then
wow.
you got Hawkman. Everybody loves Hawkman.
Dude, I don't know anything about DC's alternate versions. It's like you hear one and you know about, because like the Falcon, I heard so much about. Okay, and even before the Falcon was even part of a movie, and then Falcon, I mean the Hawkman. I only know of him because of the Justice League. In all seriousness,
this dude is like the wet blanket incarnated in this poor man. Like, he looks cool, but his whole character is like, Black Adam, you're mean, you gotta stop killing people, Black Adam, that's wrong. The movie should have been called Black Adam v Hawkman, because, like, the middle of the movie is just a dick measuring contest between those two.
Oh, it's an allegory for Fast and the Furious.
I know, right? Like, he should have just been played by Vin Diesel. It would have been 10 times better.
Oh my god, it would have been intense. I think it would have been uncomfortable.
Right? What could have been. But, yeah, the movie's okay. It's a popcorn flick. It's like the definition of popcorn movie. You just turn your brain off and you watch The Rock kill some people and pose in his tight ass costume, and you know it's fun. It's fun.
I'm sure it's everything that he's wanted.
Yeah, he's been wanting to do this movie for literally 15 years. 15.
Well, at least it was good.
It was okay. It was like the most okay movie there is.
That's fair. I feel like after the last Avengers movie, like, that was it. The superhero movie franchise has been closed. That dimension has been closed. People will still watch them, but it's not going to be as good. Like, I don't feel like any movies past that point have been like that great. TV shows on the other hand, yes, I feel like the TV shows are, regardless if they're cheesy, they're still talked about. But that's just my opinion. I'm kind of like indifferent now.
Yeah, there's so much superhero media coming out. It's just best to pick and choose which one you watch. Like, Morbius, didn't watch it. Forget that noise. Wakanda Forever, I got my tickets. I'm gonna be there opening day.
Wait, yeah.
I'm excited.
Of course.
Like, you know, I only went to see Black Adam because Frankie invited me out. Otherwise, I probably would have waited.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, shout out to Frankie. He paid for my tickets too, which is nice.
Oh, it was like a bro date.
Oh my god, I know, we almost touched hands once, and I was like, oh my god, and I had to run to the bathroom and wash my hands.
That's funny. Superdog is just in a bromance with Superman and won't leave him alone ever. And when he sees him dating Lois, like, this dog has fantasies of killing Lois, like literally just biting her leg and throwing her out in the middle of the ocean.
Wait, what?
Blowing her up with lasers. Yeah, this dog is jealous of other people getting involved in Superman and his relationship. You know, his bromance. Movie. Yeah, this is Super Pets.
This is for kids, right?
Dude, there is a part where the turtle says, "I can't see shit."
What?
3 times. Yeah, but they bleep out the shit. I died laughing, though. I was not expecting it, because this turtle looked like one of the Golden Girls.
Wow.
And she was horny, and she was hitting on a Garfield plush, and she goes, "Hey there, look at that hard shell you got there. It's getting me excited." And I was like, what? What is happening?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, how was Keanu Reeves as Batman?
Kevin Hart was Bat Dog.
No, forget Kevin Hart. How was Keanu Reeves?
Oh, all he said was, "I miss my parents." He was just another one of those God, I'm sad right now. People just don't understand. I'm like, what the? Where's this coming from? I want to find a clip.
Lego Batman will always be the best Batman.
There was like a part where he's just standing there. I'm just gonna send you the lines. You don't even watch the movie. It was just boring. I fell asleep.
If an animated movie made you fall asleep, then it's bad.
I laughed like probably 2 times, but then I was like, ooh, this is just me and Owen. This is a shame. He's gonna be mad when I get a girlfriend. Don't care.
Facts.
I think I got sent to another dimension.
All right, he's back.
Hooray!
I think I went through a dimensional rift and I couldn't find myself.
Oh my god.
Well, at least you're back.
Welcome back, friend. Do you have any thoughts on the new Super Mario Brothers trailer?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Like, you mean the Illumination movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think Bowser is basically Jack Black. He is Jack Black, but like everything about the way that they designed him is Jack Black, which I'm totally fine with because it's Jack Black and I love Jack Black. I am going to hold my criticisms on Chris Pratt because everyone's complaint is, wow, Chris Pratt, you sound you don't sound very unique or anything. But like, I can also understand them wanting to make Mario a more like grounded, normal person type character because it's Mario talking for an hour and a half versus, saying a few voice lines about a game. So I'm not gonna judge yet, though he was the most disappointing part. And oh my god, Keegan-Michael Kay, like, I want more Toad. Like the stuff that he does is so amazing.
Dude, he's done so many. You guys don't know how many voice acting animated movies and stuff that he's been doing lately.
He's just in everything now.
Yeah. And I'm not mad about it. He's like the Black Jim Cummings.
Yeah, and it was like if you told me that Toad was Keegan-Michael Kay, like I would have been like, wait, huh? What? You're
for real.
That's a joke,
he doesn't
right?
sound like Toad.
Sounds nothing
like himself.
Yeah, sounds nothing like himself, which, I give the most credit to him because like as a voice as a voice actor, you're like, oh, that's kind of what you want. Like, you want the character to be unique. But Chris Pratt, other than sounding like Linda from Bob's Burgers, we'll see what happens with that. So.
Everybody kept sending me that meme.
Because he does.
Yeah.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Twitter has a beef with Chris Pratt. I watched a video yesterday that documents Twitter's fascination of dunking on Chris Pratt. So they're always looking for something. Yeah, it's an interesting video. Like it's a deep dive.
I think he said one thing about LGBTQ stuff.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of false information out there.
Hey,
we're not even gonna get into that. That's a big topic on its own.
I'm not gonna jump into it either. It's like at this point, it's just he's in a movie. That's it. I don't care about what he does as long as he's not hurting anybody. And if he is, well, I'm still not gonna get involved.
Exactly. It's just 2 lines of dialogue. We need to hear more. But I'm excited for the film.
Yeah. Though people saying that Charles Martinet could not do the voice, I completely disagree with because Charles Martinet has done way more than just the Mario voice and actually is a voice actor. I think it's really just they didn't want like 90 minutes of Mario going like, oh, it's me. We're going to go save at the beach. We're going to fight at the Bowser. We're going to do the thing. And it's like, it's good. It's good for a little bit, but like I can see it an hour in of hearing that. I'm like, all right, Mario, can you please?
A lot of
now the the real truth is they want to sell the movie, and they were like, nobody knows who the real voice actor of Mario is. We need to get a star. They always do that.
Well, yeah,
They always do that because it's a moneymaker.
Because they know kids are gonna watch it. Like, parents are gonna take their kids regardless. But like, a parent might be like, "Yo, Chris Pratt is in this movie. Okay, I'll watch it. I know."
Yeah, exactly,
You know?
exactly. And I talk to parents, and they tell me like, "Oh, I don't know what this Mario character does, but I guess he's okay. I guess he's okay, you know."
A lot of people were talking about the French voice actor and how much he
Oh,
sounded like
yeah.
Mario.
Dang.
No, if you listen to it, it sounds really good.
I did. I saw that one. It's just interesting how other countries just don't give a. Well, they kind of care about our stars, but they don't give a crap as much as we do.
Yeah.
Know your stars. Know your stars.
your stars.
Know your stars. Chris Pratt. He eats babies for breakfast.
Wait, what?
And then there's a woman online, and he's like, "I knew it. This is why Chris Pratt is bad." And there's a guy who's just like, "You don't know anything about him. He was Star-Lord."
But I mean, I have a massive boner for Jack Black. So
We all do. And as we speak, I'm making a Bowser costume.
It did not take long for the internet to Photoshop a penis on that Bowser.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
I was like, oh, okay.
That was quick.
This is why I'm off Twitter. Thank God you protected me once again.
I know.
How many times have you
I
protected
could have been
me?
very mean.
This is like the 20th time you've protected me.
Hey, look at this. Oh no!
I would have been like, well, guess Bowser's sleeping on the couch tonight. No.
Gonna hide in the closet for a week.
Lord.
Do you two have any interest in weighing in on this Bayonetta controversy?
Okay. All right. It's funny because I was just watching a bunch of videos about it.
Me too.
Jennifer Hale is she the original or the one that is now doing Bayonetta?
No, she's the one
on.
doing it now.
And then
So,
the original
a younger
Bayonetta
woman.
is I'm blanking on
Haley
her name.
something.
Yeah. For the sake of the conversation, what she did was good, ? But like everything else
How she went about it.
Everything else is she's her career is over. I mean, she said that she doesn't want to do voice acting anymore, and I mean, it might just be because her career is over and no one's ever going to hire her ever again because of this. But like, oh man, it's the way that Kamiya responded to it. I also don't think was good at all. Like, he threw like a big baby rant and like just blocked everyone on Twitter but like, one, the fact that she lied. And then the worst part was, and this is where I take the most offense, is her like almost telling people to go after Jennifer Hale. Like, that was my biggest issue with it. Like, Jennifer Hale can't say that she's Bayonetta and blah 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 blah. Like the way that she kind of like worded it was almost designed to get people to harass her.
Yeah, it was very underhanded.
And that's where it's like, all right, come on. Like, you said no. They got a new voice actor. You're upset that they decided they wanted to get a new voice actor, but like it's the business. Like, don't send, people ranting after this person because, she's doing business. They offered her the job and she took it.
Well, get this. They even offered her what was this? It would have been about
They offered her $4,000
per session.
No. So she was originally offered $10,000. She didn't like it, so then they offered her an extra $5,000, and she was like, "Nah, I want more money."
Mm-hmm.
So then, they gave Jennifer Hale the job, and then they offered her $4,000 just to do a cameo, so that she would still be in the project. So like $4,000 for like 1 hour of work to do a cameo.
I would take that in a heartbeat.
And that's where like the whole $4,000 thing. Like, they only offered me $4,000. Yeah, to do a cameo because you didn't want the 15,000 they were offering you to do the voice of Bayonetta. Like,
she was jumping around the numbers then, because what I understood from her tweets, as a whole, with the amount of hours, it would have been 20K as a whole for the whole 5-6 sessions. From what I understand for and then she took it back and backtracked a little bit, which made it confusing. So I'm just a little. I think what she did was, in terms of how she addressed it, was wrong, and now it was blown out of proportion, and now both sides look bad.
Yeah, I mean, again, Kamiya's response was terrible. Like, don't go on a big Twitter rant and block everyone.
He got suspended for it, right?
Yeah, because they thought he was a bot because he was blocking so many people.
Wow,
that's funny.
And all it did was make her. It made what she said seem more like true.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh well, this guy's blocking everyone. Like, clearly they did her dirty, only to find out that she lied, and she even, like, in her most recent, like, Twitter rant, she basically confirmed that she was getting at least $15,000, and then was offered that cameo after they gave Jennifer Hale the job. So it's just like, I get it. You want more money because voice actors are underpaid, and I agree, and that's a conversation that needs to continue to happen. Like, it shouldn't stop happening because it turned out that she was a liar. But, like, also, you're being offered way more than the industry standard, and, like,
oh yeah,
they offered you more money and you still didn't want it. So it's like, she was like, oh well, this is a $450 million franchise. Like, no it isn't.
No.
Nintendo, we're even lucky we got Bayonetta 2 because Nintendo was the only company willing to help fund it so that we could even get it. Like, that is not a $450 million franchise.
Also, I think I understand where she comes from. Did you know that Uncharted, the voice actor for Uncharted, he was going to get paid more? I think it was Uncharted. He was going to get paid more than any of the animators. And there was, like, a strike going on at the time. It was a writer/voice actor strike.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to get paid at least $1 million for Uncharted, because I guess we know Uncharted makes way more money out the gate.
It's Naughty Dog, yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, no, don't pay me that. He actually went out and said, you don't have to pay me that much. I don't need that money. Pay the animators who have gone overtime. Like, I miss my wife. Haven't seen her in, like, weeks type of people. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. But you hear what I'm saying. Like, yeah, there are some people who have that privilege and the power because they've been there long enough. And then there's some people who just won't get it because they're either not nice. That's another thing. If you're not nice, you're not going to get called back.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have the fame, you won't get paid that amount. It's so weird how it's so skewed.
Yeah, it's just, I'm happy that it started the conversation, but, like, unhappy in the sense that because she lied, it really hurts that same conversation that basically started, because it's like, yes, we should be talking about the fact that voice actors overall, like, don't get paid anything. Like, what was it that the Mob Psycho for the English dub, the dude just asked about a union. Didn't like ask for money or anything, and they just dropped him, like, immediately.
That's why there was a strike for years.
Like, oh, you want a union? No, we don't want you. Get out of here. And then there were some other dub projects for, like, really big animated movies, and I forget what they were, where the actors got paid like $150.
No.
And it's like, oh my god. So the conversation needs to happen, but, like, because of how this turned out, I feel like it hurts voice actors in the long run, because it's just like, oh, we just started this very important conversation from someone who lied about the money that she was being offered, and now like looks really, really stupid, and
And now my friends are saying she's. Go ahead. Go. What were you gonna say,
She
Edwin?
put her foot in her mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know where she came up with $450 million though.
Oh,
I'm like,
she
what?
pulled that number out of her ass.
I'm like, what?
I kind of want to know the revenue now, but we could start on another thing. I'm about to throw my dog. Hold on.
Bottom line is, pay your voice actors, but don't lie.
Yeah. Especially in the voice acting business, because, you get blacklisted real quick, and she ain't never gonna be hired for anything, because don't be difficult to work with.
Correct.
Yeah, maybe we can get her to voice act my Waze app.
Oh my lord. Yo, turn left. They should have paid me more. Turn right. I didn't lie.
Remember when you recorded lines from my GPS? You're like,
Oh
turn
my
right,
God.
like Janet's.
That was so long ago. Oh, memories.
Like they have a Master Chief voice for the app, and it's like, turn left. We gotta go do the mission. It's like, oh my God, whoa.
You're like,
now I'm scared.
Sir. God bless
I'm
Halo.
now. You're almost there, soldier. It's like, oh man, I just want to go home. Like, hopefully there's no like war going on or something. I'm not ready for battle.
There's somebody out there who's really tickled by that. They're like, yes, absolutely.
Sir, yes, sir, Master Chief.
It's beautiful.
And then one of the lines is like, remain a virgin, remain pure for me, Master Chief. Absolutely.
No, I want Chris Pratt's Mario voice to be my GPS.
Oh my God.
Why do you hate? Okay.
It's like
turn left to Mushroom Kingdom.
No. It's like Whole Foods Market. Here we come.
Oh.
And now, our feature presentation.
All right. Speaking of Mario, Nintendo 64. Gosh, how many years has it been? It's been quite a long time.
Jesus Christ.
But that is the system I grew up with. Maybe you grew up with it too. I hear some people in this voice chat right now are PlayStation people. We don't talk about
yeah,
that.
Right.
I mean, PlayStation is kind of nice though.
It is. But we're here to rub our joysticks in a circular motion and get the skin off of our palms. That's right.
And then sue Nintendo for it.
Right.
That's a Mario Party reference, right?
Start!
Jason, give me your Nintendo 64 origin story.
Oh my God. What is my origin? Now I have to you made me have to I had like a flashback.
Okay, I'll go first if you need time.
It was the family system. I mean, because we had PlayStation and we had N64, but I have two brothers and a sister, and there's four of us, so we gravitated towards the N64 because, I mean, it was the one system that we could play 4 players on. And there were many Mario Party days and nights, and just so many other N64 games that it makes me sad when I mention them to other people, and they're like, "Huh? What are you talking about?"
Oh, normies.
Yeah, I'm just like, everyone knows their Mario Karts, their Mario parties, but like, the Jet Force Geminis, the Space Station Silicon Valley,
Mischief
you know,
Makers.
oh my God, it's like a lot of
Glory.
people who have played N64 just like they know all the Mario games and the popular games. But, I remember, and this I always found funny. We used to have StarCraft 64, which, lesson learned, StarCraft should not be on a console. There's a reason why it's mostly a PC game. But me and my brothers we would have this agreement where we would play a game StarCraft. We'd start with letting our units like mine and collect gas. We'd leave the game on for like 5-10 minutes, like go eat breakfast or something, and then come back so that like we had a bunch of like minerals and stuff, so we could just go ahead and start building stuff, and then just play from there. And you know,
Wait,
we
are you
very
saying
much were like,
Minecraft copied StarCraft 64?
if you're saying that they super simplified it, sure.
Amazing.
I'm gonna start that rumor.
Oh my lord. And then you say ban StarCraft, boycott StarCraft. Just oh lord. This is why you need to stay off Twitter.
There's a lot of weird, like, one-off titles for Nintendo 64. Remember Iggy's Wrecking Balls?
Is that game you made me play? Is that the one that you have?
That's the one Yoshills has.
Well, he has every game, so
He sure do.
That dude is a completionist in real life. Yeah, I remember playing that. I have this Soul Calibur meets Mortal Kombat game called Mace: The Dark Age.
Yes, Mace: The Dark Age.
That game is hard. I have never beat the arcade mode for that game because I can't get past like the 7th level. That shit is hard.
The crazy thing is the final boss is even worse. So,
I can imagine. I went to YouTube one day to see who the final boss was because I was like, I'm never going to beat this game. Screw it.
Do you still have that game?
Yeah, I have all my Nintendo 64 games from childhood. I have them in like 2 boxes. I got at least 24 games. I started my journey in 1996 as a young boy. Remember when you could rent video game consoles at Blockbuster?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Remember Blockbuster?
Remember every Friday night everything would be gone.
What's a Blockbuster?
You remember calling them up and being like, "Yo, can you hold this game for me?" Yeah, be like,
and they're like, "We can't hold it because it's really popular, so you have to come like right now."
No, that's why you got to be friends with the cashiers.
Yeah,
so they'll hold shit for you. You gotta get in good with them. But we rented it and we played Mario 64, and I think Mario Kart was out at the time. And I grew up on Nintendo and Super Nintendo, so this was the next logical step in my gaming evolution.
The next level.
And yeah, I just remember being addicted to it. Then eventually they bought me the system, and I was just all about that like Mario 64 life. Like that was my jam. It took me like 5 years to get all the stars, and I remember the day I got the last one. It was the 100 coin star, and the tick tick clock, and I was like, wow! Like I felt like I was making history. It was like when Obama got elected president. That's what it felt like. I was like, this is a moment right here. And then
I would have loved to have watched you get them all. Like, no lie, because now people be like, "Oh, let's beat the game in 2 seconds."
I love watching those speedruns.
Yeah, speedrunners can do it in like 70 minutes. Like it's nothing to them. They can do it with their eyes closed and their hands tied. It's ridiculous. But back then, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. The Mario Kart 64, like that to me is like legit Mario Kart.
Yo, that game is still to this day. I love it.
Oh shit, we got a new guest in the house. State your
A
name.
new
Player 4, state your name.
player 4 has arrived.
TJ from the Pop Yak. What's up, y'all?
TJ in the house. Tonight at 8.
Yo.
I'm raising the roof, but you can't see it.
Oh, shizzle.
Yeah. It's a mini NY First reunion.
Oh, snap. Remember the days.
We used to just hang out in your backyard. Those were good times.
Those were the days.
For those who don't
Those were my
know,
college years.
it's Demona, aka Audio D, in the house. Welcome.
Hey. How's it going?
It's great. We just started talking Nintendo 64, like right on time. I was telling them my Mario Kart 64 stories. I would always spend trying to get into that damn castle. You tried to get into that damn castle too, right? Like you thought there was like some secret entrance or secret item.
Yeah, there was something like that in the Diddy Kong Racing as well. There was like a place you thought you could get in, but you couldn't.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing. No, huh?
I'm Diddy.
So that's actually good you pointed that out, because a lot of people back in the day, they would compare Mario 64 to Diddy Kong Racing and put them up against each other versus style. Which one you think is the better kart racer?
Oh, Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, not even, no hesitation there.
I feel like I should play it again. Oh yeah, that's right. I love the ice levels, man. I remember Thanksgiving, my uncle brings the 64 from my cousins, and we're all like, yo! And we run upstairs to my grandma's bedroom because she had the big TV, and all the parents were like, we don't want you kids down here. Yeah, go upstairs. So we're playing Diddy Kong Racing, and that last boss, I wanted to just jump through the screen and chop off its nose. I don't know. It was cheap. I don't know what his name was. I thought was he an elephant?
Definitely was. Oh no, the elephant was the
it's like the first one.
The guy that like changed your vehicles and was very people
That's the
would
genie.
consider culture. Yeah, people would consider culturally insensitive in today's age.
He was like nice though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he like, you know, whenever you change your car, you do abracadabra.
You couldn't
Oh,
beat him.
no.
Beat him. He was like the first guy you race, right?
Who was the biggest creature that like took up half the screen and would run? That was a pig. Okay, I didn't know. I was very little, so actually not that little, but whatever.
So fun fact,
we beat him though.
I beat Diddy Kong Racing kind of like 6 years ago for the first time. I was like, I'm gonna go back, and I was stuck on the silver coin challenge in like the snow town.
Silver coin challenge.
Yo, the silver coin challenge is hard, man. You got to get all those
because
coins.
You have to like, some of them you really have to go out of your way to get it. And then you still have to win the race.
Yeah, it's tough because they put them in like the most random places off the road and shit. You got to know what you're doing, but I did, and then you once you get all the trophies and stuff, you face Wizpig on foot or on cart, and I couldn't beat him until I went online and I realized you can like get an extra boost by tapping A when you go over like the speed things.
Yeah, Diddy Kong is really weird in that, like, because I admit it, I watch a Diddy Kong Racing speedrunner because it's pretty cool to watch, and like you actually get less acceleration from holding A, like you're supposed, you're supposed to like constantly, like you go to like max acceleration, but then you're supposed to constantly just like tap A. You're not supposed to hold it. And it's just there's all this like small stuff like in game that like just changes how your speed is and how your directions are, and it's just like I'm just holding the button and driving. Like I'm not.
They didn't make that clear at all.
Yeah.
No, that genie was lying. He didn't say anything about that.
He's like, that's revenge for making me culturally insensitive.
Bye for now.
Take that.
So
Yeah,
Put
I
me.
think out not even considering content in general, I just think Diddy Kong Racing is a much better racing game. Like playing Mario 64 gets me so angry because it's so hard to drive in that game. It's so hard to turn in that game. I'm just like people enjoy like playing like I've played it back recently and like people enjoyed playing this game. Like I could barely stay on the freaking road.
You gotta drift.
I think it's because of its simplicity is why people like it. Please don't burn yourself. And versus you know, that and like people really like Mario for whatever reason. Childhood, nostalgia. Gobble.
Funny thing about Diddy Kong Racing is it wasn't even supposed to be a Diddy Kong game.
Yeah, I heard about that. What was it supposed to be?
It was supposed to be like this like time traveling strategy game or something like that. And then it was supposed to be so many things, but it was supposed to be designed almost like like a Disney adventure type thing. That's why like there's so many different worlds with so many different landscapes and everything's kind of different. Like you have the dinosaurs because you were supposed to go to like the dino age, and then you have the space because you were supposed to go to the future. And then it just eventually ended up just becoming, hey, let's make it a Diddy Kong Racing game. It's like, how do you go from like a strategy game to let's just make it a kart racer that feels like you're in like Disney World or something?
That with Star Fox, for the GameCube. It was supposed to be starring Crystal, and then they were like, "No one's gonna buy that." And now everybody wants
doing
it.
combos. Ew.
Little did they know, people bought it for different reasons.
Oh, whoa!
General Scales.
Oh, dear diary, I learned something else today.
So Demona, what is your Nintendo 64 origin story?
I got one for Christmas, and it took forever to figure out if it was Channel 3 or Channel 4.
Of course.
That's so realistic.
We figured it out though, and we just had Mario Kart for a while.
That's all you need, baby. I don't know. Like, to me, those two kart racers, they're just different beasts. If you want a good single player experience, go to Diddy Kong. But if you want to pop your friends' balloons in battle mode, go to Mario 64. They're good for different things.
Yeah.
Want to talk to your girlfriend for a while?
Yeah, you hate your friends, play some Mario Party.
Yeah, that's.
I know that.
That first Mario Party. Were you okay? I don't remember who was there. Were you there, Demona, that day we played Mario Party 1 on the first stage, the cloud stage, and nobody got a star?
No, I wasn't there.
He wasn't there? Were you there, Jay?
I definitely remember us playing on that stage once and then constantly hitting the freaking happening right as someone was about to get the star.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I'm talking about. Nobody got a star that day.
It's like, oh, we're about to... Oh, no, Bowser.
Yo, Mario Party 1 is ruthless, man. If you
that
lose, they'll take coins away from you. Yeah, it was no joke, man.
They're like, hardcore. Oh, you suck at the mini game? Well, we're going to punish you for being bad. It's like, what?
Oh, it's too bad. Anyway, into the hot boiling pot you go.
Yeah, they didn't care.
That's what I like about it.
It's the monopoly of the video game world.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of friendships were dismantled over that game. Like I remember people rage quitting, throwing their controller, and if you throw that controller, it looks like a boomerang, so it comes right back and hits you in the face. It's like, oh, pandemonium.
Actual bloody hands,
Oh yeah, with when you put your palm in the joystick and just rotate it.
Yeah, because even though they told you the way you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put your thumb and You ain't getting nothing rotating your thumb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They had that freaking that single player mini game where you have the boo coming after you and you're riding the bike and you have to pedal. Ain't no way you getting rid of that boo, twiddling your thumbs trying to you had to use your hand and use force. Like,
You needed speed.
if you want us to rotate the way that you're saying we're supposed to rotate, then you gotta make it a little you gotta make us do a little less work to win those mini games.
Yo, speaking of that, you ever go to that one kid's house and he's like, "Oh yeah, let's play 64. Here you get to play this controller." And because he played Mario Party with his family, he gives you the broken freaking D-pad, the stick.
The stick is just limp and doesn't move anymore.
Yeah, and I'm like, how am I supposed to play? You can play. I would never do this to you. Like,
Yeah.
play with you, man. Like,
It's time to retire this controller.
yeah. Ain't you got any more? And there's like Mad Cats in the corner. Nah, I'll just watch. I'd rather watch. Thank you.
I have a controller like that. It's like see-through and it has like that turbo button, and it's like, what does the turbo button do? You press it and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's doesn't do shit.
Start and stop over and over and over again.
Disappointment. So yeah, Mario Party was hardcore, but they evolved. 2 and 3, people love those.
The best Mario parties.
Exactly, the classics.
To this day.
Yeah, the best ones were on the 64.
Yeah, where's our DLC Mario Party Superstars? Like, it's been a year.
I know. There's so little boards on that game.
Was there supposed to be DLC? Because
so bad. There should be.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
This is why people are modding their Switch system and making their own stuff, and then Nintendo's like, we're gonna take you down.
People already made like different characters for it. Someone's actually made their own Bowser board.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, they couldn't even give us a Bowser board, for crying out loud.
Which surprised me. But I think they're trying to support the one that came out for the Switch officially versus a remake.
Which sucks.
Oh, spaghetti!
All right, so what are some of your favorite games on the system? Have you had any memories fighting with a loved one over, Bomberman 64 or something?
No Mercy was the big one.
Oh yes. Diggity
dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a wrestling game.
That game was fun.
Another one of those, one of the greatest wrestling games ever, and like to this day there are only like a few wrestling games that can even compete with how good No Mercy was.
And like looking at it, it looks a little blocky, but other than that, it doesn't look that bad.
Like, people have made I was just watching, there's a wrestling YouTube channel that I watch, and someone just recently made like an AEW mod, and it's literally the entire AEW roster in No Mercy. There's like mods that have like, freshened up the polygons and everything. Like,
ooh,
that's cute.
The new AEW game that's coming out are being made by the people who made No Mercy, because everyone's just trying to make No Mercy again.
Because that's really good.
Interesting.
Yeah, some dedicated fans out there. They'll do anything to keep those games alive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
there's also the James Bond game.
GoldenEye, yeah.
GoldenEye.
Yo, I got GoldenEye from Goodwill for $5, and I sold it for 50.
Wow, the disrespect on display right now.
Dude, it's literally unplayable unless you have a good screen, and I did not have a good screen at the time.
You were just agreeing about Pierce Brosnan being good at Dr. Fate and Black Adam, and now you're taking his name in vain by selling him.
Said that, not me. Throw me down the stairs for no reason.
No, GoldenEye was the shit, man. Like, we had a lot of like house parties just playing that. I think I played that recently, like last year, when I had some people over and I was schooling everybody, Because I would
Well,
just use like the
good-
proximity mines, and I would put them in the most dark places that you can't see, and everybody would just keep blowing up. It was awesome.
Well, the good thing is it's coming out for the Switch, but it's only the Switch Online. So, 2023, place to be.
It was supposed
There's
to
the
be
online
remastered.
version of it. It looks remastered in the online version that somebody made. It's like 007 Source or whatever, and it's like an upgraded, update 007 game. It looks really good.
Yeah, and you can
it's free.
play GoldenEye online now with the if you have the Switch, the Nintendo expansion pack thingy.
I don't think it's out yet, is it?
Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it's not out yet, but they announced it's coming to the expansion pack, and it's going to be online.
There was supposed to be an official remaster from Rare, and they did it, and it got leaked like 2 years ago. You guys remember that? Maybe it was like they polished the graphics, and you can either switch back to the old graphics if you want, but for some reason it never got released. I think it was like a licensing thing or something.
Probably.
Yeah, but like my cousin would always pick Odd Job, and she would always like get on her knees and do the slapping thing, and I would get so pissed because Odd Job is the shortest character in the game, so he's so hard to hit. I would get so freaking mad. It's like
and he can throw his hat. He like infinite hats.
That'll learn you, as Kristen would say.
I freaking love the hat. I would. Oh my god. I can throw a hat throwing it. Oh, I can throw a hat throwing it.
All right, I got to be that person, but fondest memory was playing Pokemon 64, Pokemon Stadium, with my cousin for hours. We were trying to beat the stadium mode with the Pokemon that we had. And I managed to get a level 100 Jolteon. And dang, that game was hard to beat. You either had to have your own Pokemon, which would be the best advantage, or get the strategy guide and, choose the right Pokemon for it. But man, we would from sun up to sundown, we would just be playing that game with each other or against each other. The first one, and I loved it, every minute of it.
oh yes, I just love having my pets fight as slaves.
But what about the Clefairy minigame?
Oh, that too. Oh my gosh, I got so good at that game.
Fairy.
My favorite was the Lickitung sushi. And then they'd go, hot! Yeah. What was the other minigame? The Hypno?
It was one, I think, had the Clefairies, the Hypno. I think they had the Rattata race.
Yeah.
And
something with Pikachu, Simon Says.
Oh, yeah, the Pikachu, you had to keep mashing the button in a direction, and whoever got, like, the bar charged all the way, the first wins. I think the Chansey game was in the first one, or maybe it was the second one.
Chansey was on the board. Oh, no, that was Clefairy.
Yeah,
Chansey was the
like,
second one.
You had to collect all the eggs. Oh my god.
Oh, like what Edwin does, yeah.
Excuse me.
Pokemon
What did you
Stadium
say?
was so good.
You know what was good? Pokemon Puzzle League was actually pretty decent. I played that.
Ooh.
I rented it.
I put so many hours into that game. Ooh, chow. I'm playing it right now.
I think the only thing that upset me with Pokemon Stadium was the rental Pokemon. They sucked.
They suck. They suck.
Had all like their moveset was so garbage. I'm like, what? What?
Which is why, like, you had a disadvantage if you used the rental Pokemon. If you did not have a Game Boy and you didn't have your Pokemon at level 99 or at least 70, forget it.
You have to play with the rental Pokemon with those poopy ass moves.
Yeah, unless you go to Blockbuster and somebody leaves their Pokemon in it, and then you get to play with Steve's Pokemon who are maxed out.
Let's go, Steve.
Let's go, Steve.
you guys play Hey You Pikachu?
Yes, my sister, that was like her life. That, and then eventually when Pokemon Channel came out. But oh my god, AU Pikachu was. I had the Pikachu N64.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But
I had the Pikachu Game Boy.
oh my god.
Which I would say is functionally better.
Yo, I'll never forget the time I saw Pesky playing Hey You Pikachu, and he was just cursing the shit out of Pikachu, and Pikachu would get mad and like do Thunderbolt, and it was a good time. Like that's a classic Nintendo memory.
You talking to me like that?
Yo.
So many obscenities was thrown at that rodent that day. I felt so
I
bad.
love that he knows that what curses are and that he doesn't like them.
Yeah.
And yet he can't function.
That's another game I had to go on YouTube and see the ending of, because I don't know how to beat Hey You Pikachu. Like, how am I supposed to?
Like
bond with
anybody
this
does.
thing? There's an ending. There's an official ending.
No way. Shit. Now I gotta look.
Yeah, you gotta look it up. Exclusive. Yeah, everybody loves Pokemon Snap because you can go to Blockbuster and print out your pictures in real life.
Yeah, you and I still have our cards, our Blockbuster cards that you would get when you would play Pokemon Snap, take a picture, select it, and print it. I loved that. That made me feel so good.
And then Jurassic World took Pokemon Snap, and we were like, we're going to take this idea. Demona,
right.
What other games did you play?
Zelda.
Yeah, tell me about the Zelda games, because I honestly never played any of them on the 64. Sorry.
They're really good. If you can go and get them on like the DS or something, they're really worth going back to play.
Like tell me, like, what was, because people talk about the
like
Zelda
Dark
games
Souls.
so often, like they're masterpieces. Like, what makes them so special?
It was like the first attempt at that type of game.
Like a dungeon crawler?
Like a big world that you can explore.
And
I wouldn't say it's an open world, but it's very small but fun to explore world.
I see. Yeah.
It was
Sorry,
just like for an It was like,
What you said? Kid Icarus? Kid Icarus ain't got no 64 game. What you talking about? Jay, I know you played some Yoshi Story, am I right?
Is that? Oh, there he goes.
He's
Yeah.
having a hard time. Who played Yoshi Story? Raise your hand.
I
I
played
did.
Yoshi Story. That's the one where, you're just a Yoshi, right?
Yeah.
Yes. You're black Yoshi, white Yoshi, purple Yoshi, all the colors.
All the colors of the Yoshi rainbow. I thought it was fun.
It was fun. It was cute. And the song got stuck in my head.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Other than that, it was a fun game to relax to.
Yeah, and it encouraged you to eat. So it was like a food, if you have a feed fetish, it's the perfect game for you, because to beat the levels, you have to eat a certain amount of food.
Oh, my Lord.
You sound better now.
am I here? Am I alive?
Yes, you're here. You're
Yes.
alive.
I heard Yoshi Story and all I thought was boom, chicka boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
Yoshi.
Yes. Tell us your love about Yoshi's Story.
Yeah, we need to know
All right,
the lore.
I mean, I don't know if it was my like first kind of Yoshi experience, because I know what is it? Do it that way. Like Yoshi and White Yoshi, you had to do like certain stuff, and they were like the secret colors. Music was really good. It was one of the few Nintendo games I've actually beaten. And of course the "You Asshole" song at the end. Who can forget that?
What?
What?
Yeah, they sing and it sounds like they're saying "you asshole."
Yeah,
But they're, you know.
Yo, look that up, man. Fact check that. Oh
That sounds so funny.
It's so it's so
pretty
funny
great.
because it's like I didn't even think that until it became like a meme, and then now whenever I hear it, all I can hear is "you asshole."
I love that.
It's good.
It just sounds like a grand old time.
That's it.
Yoshi Story is pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a you know
The art style is really good
was
too.
yeah, and N64 was so good in that just it had so many good single player experiences and just so many multiplayer. Like, you had your Mario Kart, you had your Mario Party, and in single player you had like your Legend of Zelda, you had your Yoshi Story,
And
you had your
Banjo
Mario
Kazooie.
64.
Whoa!
Oh yes, and Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah,
I've always
Rare was just on its game,
to play. I've always wanted to play Banjo Kazooie, and every time I want to play it, it either didn't work or my friend would say, "No, get your own," and I'm like, "You invited me over your house. You invited me. Can we play together? Like if you die, I die." And he goes, "No," and we ain't friends no more for a reason.
no, yeah, I would definitely see that.
Like,
Oh,
but
shit.
when you're a kid, oh, I'm sorry. Have you ever had that friend? Like, I've
Oh, I've
I've
had that
always
friend.
been like, oh gosh, like I know y'all have had the friend who would be the game hog or would give you the crappy controller.
Yeah.
I had those family.
I've had that friend where I went to his house and I would kick his ass in Killer Instinct, and he'd be like, "It's my house. I'm supposed to win." Like with his full chest.
I have home field advantage. What's that?
You're like 10 years old, and his full chest. He's like, "Why are you beating me?"
I'm the main character.
I feel that, dude. I feel that, dude. Because like Bloody Roar was my game, and I was like, "How am I saying this is my game?" And then I realized I was playing on the GameCube, and I was like, "Oh, I suck at this."
Bloody Roar is pretty good.
Yeah,
Going back
I
and
miss.
looking at it though is like my example for like the worst graphics of all time. Like going back and looking at like Bloody Roar 2, I was just like, oh, I can't do this.
I played Bloody Roar for the GameCube the other day, and they smoothed out the graphics pretty good.
Well, that's
Hold on, I need to get my now. Number 1 and 2 are crusty, but
yeah.
anyway, back to the 64.
64 didn't have like much like traditional fighting games. It had Mortal Kombat 4. I had that one.
Yeah.
That
And
was
Killer Instinct.
weird.
Well,
just watch the cutscenes.
Oh yeah, those cutscenes are amazing.
That's all you need to know.
Some of the cutscenes like go into other cutscenes.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the one or what Sonya is, or is it Sonya or Jax? He drops Jarek.
It was Sonya.
It's like,
oh yeah,
this is what is this? Not brutality. This is a fatality. He drops him. He's like, I'm okay.
You showed me that in real time. Now I felt like I was a part of history.
That's the best part of that Mortal Kombat game. Everything is like bad. Everything else is bad.
Like
Did
the
you
only
know?
games on there were games that like ripped off Mortal Kombat.
It's true.
I was talking about Mace, the Dark Age.
Yo, I love Mace. Mace is my favorite fighting game on the Nintendo 64.
Have you beat it though? Have you beat the arcade?
I got to the boss, but I've not beaten the boss.
Yo, it's so hard. We were talking about that
It's
before you got here.
Mace is amazing.
Speaking of fighting games, there was Transformers Transmetals and a Xena Warrior Princess fighting game. And they were both terrible.
Oh,
jeez, I've never. Even
I love
heard
Xena.
of
That's disappointing.
The Xena game for the PlayStation is actually good. People use it in speed runs now.
All right, I'll play that one.
Yeah, play that one. Trust me.
The only fighting game people played on 64 was the original Smash Brothers. That's it.
It's
Oh,
true.
that too, yeah.
That was like the
Because-
only one worth playing.
It was such a smooth, competent, like enjoyable game. I prefer that one the most. But that's just me being nostalgic.
I definitely remember wanting more characters in that game.
We all did. Like, yeah.
No, I remember the commercial.
Oh,
You guys remember the commercial that came out for it?
Yeah, with the mascots.
Yeah, that was one of the best video game commercials of all time.
So happy together.
Yeah, and Yoshi freaking smacks you with the hammer. Yoshi, no, why?
I think they actually had a live event where those guys in costumes actually came out and beat the crap out of each other. It's like a lost media thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, look it up.
Speaking of lost media, archive.org actually might have the commercial. I've been using that as a reference for things that are lost and gone, and people have been putting ROMs, emulators, magazines, stuff that's out of print. It's literally the library.
No, the commercial is easy to find. It's the event where it was like something like Smashdown or something, where they were in a wrestling ring dressed as the characters and they were like fighting. It was like Kaiju Big Battle.
Ah,
that sounds fun. I would have loved to go to that.
For real, I would have loved it. Anyway, did we talk about Star Fox 64? Did we talk about that one?
We have not.
That gave us the Rumble Pack. It was a free vibrator.
You needed that for Zelda too. And the reason you needed it for Zelda was so lame. Like, you needed it to locate certain items in the world. It'll vibrate. But it was like, but they were like, you absolutely need it. And it was like, no, you don't.
Like, why you gotta make things difficult? Why you gotta do this?
They were like, just get it. Just get the Rumble Pack. And I was like, fine. It actually was really good. And now game controllers don't come without Rumble.
Oh, yo. If you want Rumble, you gotta buy this controller. This. No, wait, that's the wrong link. Don't look at that link. I just found the PlayStation 5 controller.
No, Merle.
Sounded off. Yeah, Star Fox, man. I love playing Star Fox. I remember when I found out about the hard routes and that secret boss you can fight in the first level.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is crazy, man. And then you had the what do you call it? Like the submarine? It's like a air wing submarine. I was like,
they had the sub, they had the Landmaster.
I fucking hate Landmaster. Landmaster's garbage.
It really was.
Landmaster's garbage. But I love playing Star Fox. I love it when Star Wolf came. It felt like you were literally that level where you're like playing Independence Day. You felt like Will Smith, and you're fighting all the alien armadas, and you gotta shoot at the big spaceship in the middle. And it had voice acting. You know, a lot of N64 games did not have voice acting, so that blew my mind when I was little. I was like, "Oh shit, the fox is talking. That's crazy."
He doesn't just have a text box.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing. I remember seeing that in Toys R Us. They would display Fox the most until Smash came onto the picture.
Yeah, you know the game.
Y'all remember? I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say the game was so good that Nintendo keeps remaking it every chance they get.
The original Star Fox?
Yeah. So Star Fox 64. Like, whenever they have a chance, let's just do the story of Star Fox 64 again. Nobody's gonna notice.
It's like they don't know how to make other good Star Fox games, so they're just like, yeah, let's just do 64 again, but call it like 0 or something.
Oh my gosh.
Star Fox Origins.
Have you guys played Mega Man 64, which is just like a different port of the PlayStation and computer one? It was like Mega Man Legends.
Oh, I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
I
didn't know
it was like it was kind of like an open world adventure game, but you had quests and stuff to do. It was kind of fun, except that when you turn, it wouldn't be like a really smooth turn. You'd have to like, okay, if I turn the D-pad, I would shuffle to the left, and then I would walk left. And I'm like, what? Eh? But
It makes you walk
I don't
like
know.
no one has walked ever.
Yes.
Sounds
I don't
terrible.
know if you like Mega Man.
Sounds awful. I'd rather play Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, so funny thing about Conker's Bad Fur Day, I never played it, and I wasn't allowed to watch my brothers play it. So I remember when my brothers, I was a child. So I remember sometimes when my brothers would play it, I'd like hide under like the table, just watch from like afar. Because I'm just like, why can't I watch? And then I watch them play, and I'm like, oh, that's why I can't watch or play this game.
I think that's funny. Versus like my parents, they let me play anything, but mostly my brother would buy the adult games, and like I think the most adult thing he would play was like Resident Evil.
But are you the Great Mighty Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh for the 64.
Extreme. Yo.
Join Winnie the Pooh collecting honey pots in this extreme 64 game.
Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. He's not just rumbly tumbly anymore.
He's extreme.
Listen,
He has angry eyebrows.
You want a good extreme game? Yo, you gotta play Snowboard Kids. That's where it's at, man. Those
Okay,
two
I'm
Snowboard
not
Kids
gonna lie.
games were so good. The music,
Yo, you're so good at that game, though.
I try. Yo, the music, the graphics, the controls, yo, the levels, man. Like, there's a level where you shrink down and you're in someone's house and you're like grinding on a piano. Or there's a level where you're on a volcano, you're in space, you're literally in space, man. And the music is like off the hook. Like, download that soundtrack.
That should be
right
on
away.
the Switch.
Yeah, they try to remake it for the DS and they fucked it up.
Why? Look, dude, the DS era of remakes to me were so great. So I got to play games that I missed.
The Mario 64 remake was probably one of the better ones. Just because you could play as all the different characters.
They should have brought back Snowboard Kids for the Wii. Would have had the motion controls. You could have put your Mii's in there. It would have made so much money. Like,
I thought you
fit in with the characters too.
I thought you said to fit your meat in there.
What?
I'm a little tired, hun. I've been up since 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Snowboard Kids is great. But let's talk about games that pissed us off. You guys ever played Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero?
Only with you. And I hated it.
So bad. Like, it has the worst controls ever. It was just not meant. It's an adventure game, but it plays like a 2D fighting Mortal Kombat game, and it just does not work. And there's a lot of platforming there, and the hit detection is just way off, and there's a bunch of booby traps, and Sub-Zero's always facing the wrong way, and if you want to do a special move, you gotta like do right, left, you gotta hop on one foot. It sucks. It's just,
They're like Sub-Zero's popular, so this game will be great, right?
No.
Everyone will just buy it because Sub-Zero's popular, right?
They almost got me with that. I was like, it tells the story. I want to know the lore.
Lore.
Yeah, I've seen someone speedrun it before. Like, someone's gotten so good at this game that he just knows how to play it. Like, you can train yourself to play a broken game, and I don't know what he's doing it for, but, more power to him.
Doing it for the masses.
Well, that, and like you notice when people get good at these games, they have to exploit it. They find a glitch, they find a hole, and they just exploit it to 110%. And I love that because a lot of these games, finding out more about gaming history now, a lot of these games were unpolished or broken.
Yeah, the walls are just a suggestion.
Yes,
yes. The walls are a suggestion.
Yeah, the walls are just a suggestion. That's literally Donkey Kong 64. Like, none of the walls are actual walls in the game, and there's so many things that you could just go through because the walls are just a suggestion.
Oh my
That's
God.
amazing.
I love that.
It's funny. It's like the worst offender is Superman 64
Oh my
Oh man.
god.
Dude, I saw someone speed run that too. And I was like, no. And he goes, beat that, baby. Who says you can't play this game? I can. I can't.
It's like,
He went through the
baby,
rings flawlessly.
don't
That
hurt
game
yourself,
just looks
baby
so
girl.
unfun.
Yeah, and I remember when it was coming out too. It was getting like so much hype. It was like, yeah, Superman's in 3D, and he's fighting robots, and he's using his super breath and his laser vision. They hyped it up so much, and then when you get the game, it's a disappointment. You're not just the rings, but they give you like these vague objectives, like, oh, you got to save this person, but you don't know where they are, or you have to like pick up a car before it runs somebody over, but you don't know where to put the car, and you're on a time limit, and if you mess up, you got to do the rings again. It's the worst. And the fighting, he fights by like dropping his elbow awkwardly.
And it's not one of those like so bad it's good. It's literally one of the worst games ever.
It is
ever.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. I think I played it at somebody's house. I don't remember whose house I played it at. But I was like, wait a minute, how do you actually function? Then I found out that they rushed them at the end. They rushed the developers, and they had a working version, and they released it for the PlayStation. Like,
no, that one
the
never
Mario
got released.
Yeah, that didn't get released, but somebody released it.
Well, I guess they leaked it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could play it now.
Well, yeah, things get leaked. There was supposed to be a PlayStation version, and I hear that it's a little bit better.
I could have sworn I saw a PlayStation.
I was gonna say, is that
version.
even saying much though?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
just like, I guess it's playable.
we sat down.
Playable.
We're here at the dinner table. I guess we might as well eat it.
They should have called it the Bizarro game, and then more people wouldn't have been upset.
That would have been the best troll ever. Like, no, this is a Bizarro game. It would have made a lot of sense.
I remember being in school, and the kids were like, dude, remember that Superman cartoon on TV? They're making a game of it, and you can fly in it. I was like, this one kid was so hype. I was like, yo, can I come over and play? No. Oh, okay.
Only I can fly with super bad.
He was into Power Rangers too. And I was like, can I play that too? No. Why y'all invite me over?
You have some shitty friends.
Yeah.
I went to Catholic school when I was little, okay? I was like, all the boys had the game systems. None of the girls did. The only girl that had a game system, she had Sega when we were in the PlayStation era. And she had Barbie and Beauty and the Beast because her parents wanted her to play something educational and wholesome.
Oh, no.
You're so brave. I never played this, but I seen footage of the Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue game.
Oh, I played it.
So bad.
It's everything that they say it is. It is bad.
That's a shame.
I played it, dude.
Lightspeed Rescue is like one of the best ones.
Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
It looks like it doesn't even look like a Nintendo 64 game because it's like overhead and the camera's pulled back and you're just running around the neighborhood, like not even fighting people, but you're like throwing these projectiles. And then at the end of the level, the Power Ranger looks into the camera and says, "Yay!"
You know what the worst part is? I think that we're just trying to make it family friendly for babies. That it put me to sleep. I was like, bro, I played this for 5 minutes and I'm already bored. Like, you can't turn on a game and say you're bored. You know you know something's wrong.
Well,
like right out the gate, you're just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other bad games that you remember?
I remember people thinking like Gex was a bad game, but Gex was fun.
I fucking love Gex.
Was that Nintendo 64?
Yeah.
There was an N64 version.
Yeah, I only
Never
played
played it.
Gex on the PlayStation, and I did not. And I forced myself to play it, but I did not enjoy.
It was like one of those games that was like, this is totally fine.
I just liked the character.
He was
Gex is
comedic.
Everyone found him annoying, but I liked the character.
Yeah, I liked him.
Did you play Glover?
Oh, love Glover. Glover is
Played it.
Glover is so nostalgic for me. I love freaking rolling on the ball with the glove.
Was that
That's
like
another one where a lot of people didn't really like the game, but it was. I think my nostalgia glasses right now are just like, oh man, Glover, so good. It was really difficult though because it was so easy for like, you had to like roll a ball around and get to like an objective, but the stages just got like progressively harder, and it was so easy for the ball to just fall and go through all this work just to get it. And I'm just like, I did all this work. I did all this work. Glover, why have you forsaken me?
Oh shit! They had episode
Fun
1
fact.
Pod Racer.
Ew.
One of my favorites that I know not many people have played is Space Station Silicon Valley. It's like, one of the most fun concepts like for a game that I've ever played. I don't know if you guys have ever played it, but it's like platforming game, but you have like this robo chip that like you're supposed to go inside of like different animals to like control them. And all the animals had like their own abilities and stuff, so you had to constantly switch between them. And it was so fun.
Sounds
Wasn't
interesting.
there a game?
That sounds cool.
Wasn't there a game about like a unicycle type character?
What,
Does
Paperboy?
anybody know what I'm talking about? No.
Paperboy
That's a
64?
bicycle. That's a bicycle, you turd.
That's 2 wheels. I'm talking about 1 wheel.
Oh man, I'm just looking at a list of games. Shadows of the Empire. I played that, and I was like, why isn't this Han Solo? Who is this dude? Perfect Dark. I never played it.
Oh, Perfect Dark.
Everybody loves that game.
It's very similar. It's made by the same people, I think, as GoldenEye.
Yeah, and because of that game, there was supposed to be a Perfect Dark sequel for the Xbox 360, and nothing came of it.
And then we got Perfect Dark Zero, and it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
Aww.
Man, any game with the number 0 in the name is disappointing. Resident Evil 0, Star Fox 0. It's just not a good
Resident
look.
Evil Zero had the hunky guy.
Resident Evil 0 was just, let me look in my inventory for 12 hours. That's what it was.
It's like the concept was really interesting for that game, but oh my god, it was just the execution.
And we can talk about it because it was supposed to be on Nintendo 64, so it technically counts.
Really?
Yeah.
How come was that supposed to be? Was it because wasn't there a few Resident Evil games on the 64, or was there just one?
I think 2 and 3 were on the.
I see 2 here on this list.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry
I think it was only 2.
Yeah, but imagine if Resident Evil 0 was on the N64. You wouldn't be able to zap between players. That would have went out the window. Like, all that game needed was an item box. Just put an item box, man. Just give us
all the other games did it.
Yeah, we had to put our stuff on the floor like a bunch of animals. And then I'll never forget, you get to this point, you fight the Bat Boss in the church, and then you need the harpoon or the zip line. And I'm like, I didn't think I would need that again, so I left it all the way back at the train, which is like a half.
No!
It was backtracking the game.
Yeah, it was backtracking. Item management. The game, it sucked balls.
The train part is really cool.
Yeah, that's the best part, and that's like the first hour. And then if you play Resident Evil 1 immediately after that, and you see Rebecca, she's like a pansy. It's like, why are you a wuss? You took down a tyrant all by yourself.
Yeah, her characterization doesn't sync up.
Because feminism, that's why. I don't know.
Because she's the healer girl. So she's supposed to be dainty.
They should have kept her a
Because she's the
badass.
healer girl. And then see you later, girl.
Yeah, justice for Rebecca. Bomberman 64 was another game I beat a few years back for the first time. Because I didn't know how to get past that volcano stage, man. Like, those levels were confusing.
Dude, multiplayer in that game, when it was like, hurry up! And like the stage music is going fast, and like the meteors are coming down at you, and you're just like, you're just kicking the bombs. Like,
It turns into a Saw movie when that happens, because the water starts rising on one of the levels.
water starts rising. It's like,
the
oh my
walls start
god.
closing on another one.
You're just like, what's going on with my Bomberman game?
That's horrifying.
Oh, it
that
is
sounds
awesome.
horrifying.
It is so much fun. But like
That's-
the stress levels, whenever you heard "hurry up," you're like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, I was playing Kaze in Bomberman 64, and I was using like these strategies. He was like, "Yo, he's hacking the game," because when you hit someone with a bomb, they go unconscious, and you could pick up their body and throw them off the stage.
Yeah, that was the way to do it.
He got mad at me when I did that.
That's
He was like,
Yikes.
"Oh, yo, these hacks, man."
Or like if you got like the power up that made your bomb explode fast, you would just knock him out and then just kick the bomb at them. Or my favorite is if they're passed out, you throw a bomb on top of them and the bomb just keeps bouncing on their head.
Yes.
Until it just explodes and they die. It's like,
Some
oh,
pro strats, and the power ups were cool.
Yo.
Sometimes you go macros.
Yo, someone's taking notes.
Oh, that's like one of the best multiplayer games
I
on
love
the
it.
system, hands down. Just being a cute little terrorist with your friends. It's great.
it was chaos, but like the best chaos.
Yeah.
Like it was it was so stressful, but like the adrenaline pumping type of like stress.
Like Overcooked vibes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Overcooked too. I played the recent Bomberman that came out for the Switch. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I'm not familiar with playing with Bomberman as a whole like you guys are.
Bomberman has changed so much.
Well, first of all, there's so many Bomberman games.
I'm well aware of that. I'm very aware of that. Like,
and there's different storylines and different dimensions. Like, it goes places, man. The only ones I played personally is Bomberman 64 and Bomberman Hero. And Bomberman Hero is the one where you can jump. And I say that because in the other Bombermans you can't jump.
I love that.
I think the coolest thing about the 64 was when you could like unlock like the armor pieces and all that stuff, and like you could make your Bomberman just look like a complete badass.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I love Bomberman Hero because the music is so good, and the vehicle sections are fun, and it's just a fun little platformer, you know? It's like, okay, we saw Mario 64, we gotta like make Bomberman like that. Like, that was their kind of interpretation with it, but you're not really collecting MacGuffins per se. I mean, you could if you want. But you just gotta get to the exit. And I remember being stuck on this one boss. You're in like a submarine thing, and I only had like one bomb to my name. Like, you get power-ups to get like so you could throw more bombs. And I'm fighting this lion underwater in this like submarine thing, and you're going forward, and then at a point it's a dead end, so they have to start going backwards. So you have to go backwards and try to hit this lion while dodging projectiles while using just one bomb at a time. It was like so hard.
I'm already sweating in my butt crack just hearing that.
Man, I tried so long, but I did it. I was like so happy. As we let's cool down a bit. And since I had that story of a crazy boss battle, do you guys have any like intense boss story you'd like to share on the Dimensional Diary? Let's start with Demona.
Okay.
From the N64, right?
N64 or whatever, like in general.
In general, I'd probably have to say it was like in Shovel Knight. Those are some hard boss battles, but I had Ganondorf definitely from this, Ocarina of Time. That one's the best one, just because it's a whole like cinematic movie to start it out. And yeah, at the beginning it's playing tennis, but after that it's this cinematic escape movie. And then you kill Ganondorf, and that's the only time I've seen like a real cinematic scene outside of like GoldenEye in a video game.
Yeah, GoldenEye was so cinematic with those blocky heads. How the camera just turns behind him. Like...
The helicopter goes crazy.
Alright, what about you, Jay?
So I'm gonna cheat and say that my craziest, most intense boss battle is just the fear that I felt whenever I played. So I actually never beat Mario 64 because I was deadly afraid of Jolly Roger's Bay. Even though Dar Dar Docks is like one of the greatest like soundtracks of like any game ever.
Oh
but,
yeah,
like
hell yeah.
The eel that would come out of the ship used to scare the living like shit out of me, and like I refused to go to Jolly Roger's Bay. Like I never beat the game because I just wouldn't go to the level because I'm just like, oh, what if I drown and then the eel and it's gonna come out of the ship and then it's gonna come after me. So I've actually never beaten Mario because I'm just deadly afraid of all like the water levels and especially the eel.
The eel keeps getting scarier. Like
I'm with
in
you.
current games, that eel looks terrifying.
Yeah, in Mario Sunshine, when you had to clean the teeth, and I realized that I had to do an underwater level with an eel, I'm like, oh man,
no.
like
that was a weird level. Yeah, I remember that.
And it's
Listen,
so dark
Jay.
as you're like descending. I'm just like, oh.
Listen, dude, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I'll pass.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I can help you face your fears. I want you to beat Mario 64. I can help you.
Listen, I'm vicariously beating Mario 64 by watching speedrunners destroy it. I'm having the experience with them.
Listen, if it'll make you feel better, I used to be afraid of the booze, man. I would never go in the courtyard because I was scared of the booze. Like, you can ask my cousin. She called me a wuss all the time. And, to this day, man, I don't like their design. They make me uncomfortable. It's like I could play the levels with them, sure, but it just...
It's because their bodies are massive and their faces are tiny. Like...
I think, there's something about the teeth and the tongue. I just don't like their face. It's just... Ugh.
And then you're in like the little circus thing and it's like... I'm like, ow, no!
Yeah, that was hell. And I went to like round 1 and they had like a boo flashlight in the prize section. I'm like, that's the last thing I want to see in the dark. Like, no. Screw that. Yoko, you got any boss battles?
See a ghost while I'm in the dark.
I got a few. Most of them are all JRPG oriented. Like, it took me 20 years to beat Final Fantasy VII, and Sephiroth took me at least an hour. And an hour and at least 5 times of death. And I had like to take a break. So like actually more than an hour. And I was like level 70 something, right? And I was so passionate because I had to replay that game 4.5 times because the first 2, it was like a curse. Like every time I tried playing that game, either my brother would get rid of it, the memory card would get corrupted, I would get the game again, and something would happen. But when I finally got to Sephiroth, I was on my last limb, dude. I was like, oh my god, this is like the 9th time I've died. I don't think I'm gonna make it, but I'm just gonna believe. And my girl Tifa comes in clutch. Something happened, I don't remember, and she did like a dolphin kick, and I cried when I beat that little fucker, and it made me feel good. I'll do it again. And then there was another boss battle in a game that I was playing, and I kept using potions. I don't remember the game. I don't know if it was Dot Hack.
Oh man, I remember Dot Hack.
Yeah, I really loved that game, and I never beat it. It was Dot Hack 2. I was at the end of the disc, or maybe I did beat it. I can't remember. It was always a JRPG that I couldn't beat, and then like the last one was Ratchet and Clank, because I think there was a glitch in the newer Ratchet and Clank remake. I think there was a glitch, and I kept having to restart it. But that was fun. They were fun.
You're so brave.
I love you too.
Yeah, the thing with Final Fantasy 2 is that like when you get game over, like you start from the very beginning. Like you have to go back to where you saved, and it's just like, ugh. You don't even start right at the boss. You have to like travel all the way to it. It's like, ugh, making me do this over and over again.
Yeah, and if you don't save at the right moment, oh my lord, you have to have multiple saves.
You guys are reminding me of there's a really hard boss in Elden Ring.
Ooh.
That's like a centipede, and it has all these space attacks and gravity attacks, and it's just so hard. I had to end up getting 2 of my friends to help me beat it.
Ooh, child, I believe you.
And once you beat it, you get an achievement, and it feels great. But it's horrible.
Man,
Elden Ring is like, it's great, but it's horrible.
You know, it would be a better achievement if they gave you a free subscription to Game Informer.
That magazine's still around?
I think so.
That's a good question.
That's the only thing they sell at GameStop.
That because that's like the only thing they make money from, aside from the used games that they force you to sell if you work there.
Oh man.
Or when you are talking about emulators, you instead call it the GameStop.com.
Dang.
Like, I went to GameStop.com and I bought an N64.
Dang.
That's what we call it.
I went to GameStop.com. I got a GameCube. Yeah.
Oh, nice. GameStop.com is great. It's like games. Netflix.
They just sell Funko Pops now and piggy banks. And
yeah.
When I go to GameStop, I'm
and
just
those Mad Cat controllers.
The Mad Cat.
Oh, they still sell Mad Cat controllers?
Yeah, they do. I hate it.
Yo, I hope they sell like a Mad Cat's version of this PS5 controller.
If you look, no, I'll show you the Mad Cat's PS5 controller. Look in Talking Stuff. I posted a link to this $200 PlayStation 5 controller.
Excuse me? Will it? I mean, you might as well just buy a vibrator. Let's be real here.
What does it do?
I don't know.
Sense edge control. I bet you drop it once.
Well, does it edge me?
Yep. If you drop it once, it just shatters on the ground. It won't, it won't edge you. It's not gonna personally make you sandwiches either, which is what I would have wanted.
I mean, it should service somebody. I mean, if it's for $200.
Yeah, if I'm paying that much money, like you better do something. Like the fuck.
I know. They should be selling it before Christmas. They're missing an opportunity here.
It's got like its own clicker. Is this for you? Is this used for ASMR? I don't know.
Like, yeah, what is it for? Why is it $200? I can get an Xbox 360 controller and use it on PC, for instance.
Yeah, I'm using that right now, bro.
Yeah, that's so. Just use it for like you get $25 and you're done. $200.
My gosh. Ooh, I got one. I got a good one. If you could have a 64 game out of any franchise in modern day, and you know it would either be good or shitty, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, I know recently they I was watching Game Grumps and someone made like a PlayStation version of Bloodborne.
Yeah, I watched them. Yeah.
Oh, that
And
sounds fun.
It's like it actually looks really cool, like how Bloodborne would look if it was made in 1995. Well, that's a good question.
Wait, are we bringing a Nintendo 64 game into current gen, or are we doing the opposite?
No, we're doing like current gen modern game, but like for N64.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's like a demake.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's tough. I don't know, Far Cry?
Far Cry was already on the 64.
No, it wasn't.
Was it?
No.
Are you talking about Turok?
That's the one. They're the same.
Close.
And let's have Uncharted on the N64.
Yo, that'd be so funny.
You need extra cartridges.
You need the memory pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd put Snake Eater on there.
Ooh.
I love a good Snake Eater. I mean, the game.
What about you? You got one, Yoko? Oh, she muted her mic because she's taking a poop.
I'm really thinking about that.
The Last of Us.
I wasn't taking a poop. I just didn't want. I promise. Okay. Okay. If I had to make an N64 game out of like a modern day franchise, if it were a game, it would probably be a Batman the Animated Series game.
Ooh.
Oh.
And a just for shits and giggles, because this is my month, Monster High for the N64, because I know it would be bad, but I would have to buy it. And back in those days, they'd be like, women don't play games. We have to make it a fashion game. But then there'd be that one developer who would make it a platformer and it would be secretly good. And you'd have to use the clothes or something to like boost your enhancements. And it would be like Banjo-Kazooie, but you get to play different monsters.
That'd be pretty good.
That's all I got.
I feel like you've been thinking that like idea for quite some time.
I promise I haven't.
What about God of War? So you can get those pixelated, square-shaped boobs.
If it's the
They
first
would
one,
put it in there
Pixelated
too.
testicles.
I'm imagining it. It's pretty funny. Yeah, that works. With his blocky head.
Did you come up with an answer, Jason?
I'm still thinking. I'm like thinking of all the games that like I play and would.
Just say Rivals. Come on, you know you want to.
I mean, Rivals would fit perfectly because it's already the type of art and animation style that like they wouldn't even need to change anything because it's already a 2D like fighting game.
But it needs to be in 3D. 64.
True. I mean, they are making a Rivals too. Actually, no, I think it would just because like, it wouldn't be that big of a transition from like the 2D to the 3D in like the N64 sense, and I don't know. I think the game would be cool in pixelated blocky form. I actually also because I was just playing this, and I think it would be kind of funny if they had like a ring fit for N64. And it's just the entire because it's a fitness RPG, but like it's so much fun and it's actually really cool. But it would mean Nintendo like creating another like weird like accessory that you'd have to figure out how to plug into the N64 just so that you could use it for the game. I just think that would be both hilarious and super fun.
I'm here for that.
Yeah. People
You have so many wires. I'm there.
Nintendo wasn't thinking about making people exercise back then. They wanted their asses on the couch Firmly.
Yeah, I'm just imagining all the wires as like all the shit that you need connected just so that Ring Fit can work.
Yeah.
Oh,
Part of the obstacle course of playing the game is not tripping on all the freaking wires everywhere.
Playing skip it with the wires will help you lose weight too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just give me an N64 where I don't have to fellatio the cartridge for an hour to get the game to work.
Even though that didn't even like that didn't actually do anything.
Someday, yo, there be
Who started
times-
that?
I don't know. I remember hearing it though from older people when I was young. Like, just blow in the cartridge to blow the dust off.
yeah, and then like they would have like, here's the cleaning kit, and then you use alcohol on the thing, and then
And
blow
and then
in
you
it.
blow on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And alcohol, a Q-tip, and then you blow on it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think that was safe.
you can give it a tickle.
That never works. But it works on the women.
Yeah. And then you would blow it, and then the game would eventually work. So you're just like, oh, so this does work, and it's like,
Yeah. Had nothing to do with you blowing it. It just decided to work.
Or you had to
planets
place
have
it a
to
certain
align.
way.
The planets have to align
Yeah.
at a certain time of the day for it to work.
Sometimes for the NES games, you had to wiggle the cartridge.
Yeah.
And then it'll work.
That's funny.
You gotta finger them too, blowing them on and up.
Yeah.
It's
There's a little
true.
spot for it too.
It's true.
Is that why people were mad about the NES Classic? They couldn't blow into the cartridges anymore.
They couldn't wiggle them anymore.
They
part of the nostalgic experience.
They couldn't give it a tickle.
We should all take a moment of silence for G4.
Oh, yeah.
So sad. Especially because I love Xavier Woods, who was like added on to G4 this year, and like the way they found out like really sucked.
They found out on Twitter that they were fired.
Yeah.
On Twitter?
That's awful.
That's disgusting.
No, and I was.
It's like I just don't get what they were like from the host standpoint. It's like people watch things on like Twitch and YouTube and stuff. Like, yeah, of course it's not going to get as big of the views as it is because of how people like, digest media these days.
They should have just put it on Twitch.
Wasn't it on Twitch though?
It was Twitch and YouTube, and I think they were supposed to be on TV.
Cable. They were on,
it was on
cable too.
Okay, first of all, that's where they went wrong.
Yeah,
no one really watches TV anymore. It's all streaming.
My thing is, like this, they brought back Attack of the Show and X-Play, but they weren't like the same type of shows. Like X-Play became like a discussion about video games, and the reviews took like a back seat, which I hated because X-Play is, a review show first and foremost, and it's like they took everything that was fun about it and just made it like super serial. And then Attack of the Show used to be like a gadget show. Like that's where I learned about Twitter and the iPhone, like all this new stuff, and they turned it into some weird competition show between the hosts, which is okay. It's fun to watch because I love these guys. They're funny, but that's not what Attack of the Show was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a weird direction, but yeah, I hope they go on and do great things in the future. Thoughts and prayers.
Me too, because I like Kevin Pereira and Xavier Woods.
Yeah, they were good dudes. All of them: Cassim G, Fiona Nova, aka Yoko's doppelganger.
Yeah, I love Fiona though. Hey man, you know what's really messed up though is that like I was comparing G4 to Rooster Teeth, and I was like, wow, this is actually funny, well thought and put together, and there's diversity on there. And then as soon as I'm thinking that, the allegations of like racism,
how terrible Rooster Teeth is.
Yeah, I've heard Rooster Teeth has been bad from the get-go from multiple people.
Yeah.
From multiple people. You have to have like you either have to be in with the bros or, marry someone on the team. Because like one of the who's the guy from Reading Rainbow? What's his name?
LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton. Yeah, his daughter was on the team, on Rooster Teeth's team, and they did not treat her well as well. And they claim to be LGBTQ friendly, and they're really not.
Really, really transphobic, and
oh yeah, freaking calling one of the dudes fugs. Like, what the hell, dude?
yeah,
America.
years.
I wouldn't have tolerated that. I would not have
Why are
tolerated
people
that.
in the gaming industry so shitty?
It's specifically the gaming industry too. Like, even in the comic book industry, you can branch away really easily and make something of yourself faster than you would in the gaming industry, in my opinion. And like in a gaming industry, it's like always competitive, and like I've even faced some backlash from, and it's mostly guys. Sorry, I hate to say it. And when girls want to get together, they either back out and they're like, "No, I got this guy who's, boosting me up or whatever," or they're just so scarred from it, they're not going to return. And sometimes I feel like that's what some of these people in the industry want.
Yeah, it's sad. It's real sad.
Yeah. And that's why we make our own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are too much. Anyway, we've been on for quite some time. If we didn't talk about your favorite game like Pilot Wings, Blast Corps, Wave Race, F-Zero,
Rugrats Scavenger Hunt.
Oh my gosh, you made me play that Rugrats game. It was so bad.
It was such a great experience.
But so good.
Like Mario Party ass.
It was so slow we fell asleep.
No,
Still
you guys
better
were
than
playing.
Sonic
I was
Rush.
watching you. I was like, it felt like I was playing it because it was torture. Yeah, it was a
Still
bunch
better
of
than
gems.
Sonic Rush.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, Sonic Shuffle. That's what I meant.
Oh, Sonic Shuffle. Yeah, Sonic Shuffle was bad, and I bought that, which was a regret.
I have that. Just currently regretting. In progress. Thank you to our guests, Demona, Jason. Thank you for joining us. It was lovely having you, especially you, D. You haven't been on the show in like 3 years, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We're definitely gonna catch up after we sign off. But
for sure.
Always happy to chat.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
I was bothering you for like weeks.
I'm sorry.
I was stalking his house. I was collecting his garbage, reading his mail.
I see you sitting there watching your TV. You could get on. I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
Yo, why you collecting his garbage though?
Checking his telegram. He was on 5 minutes ago.
I have to do what everyone else does, where they change it to has been on recently.
Last seen recently.
Yeah.
Yo, I had to do that once because someone was hitting me up as soon as I got on Telegram every day, like clockwork.
Oh God.
Ew.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, we don't talk about her anymore. Anyway,
You kids in your Telegram.
yeah, you're too cool for Telegram.
Stickers.
She still uses MySpace.
I fucking wish, man. MySpace was so cool.
Yo, I got an email from my MySpace for my birthday. I was like, I still have that shit?
So funny, like, and not to knock on anyone, but I can tell that Justin's slightly older than me because he'll like send me videos through Facebook, and I'm like, wait, you still use Facebook?
Yo, business people use Facebook because old people use Facebook. And then they believe everything that they see on Facebook. Did you see that this woman ate a whole cake?
Yeah, the future is TikTok, baby. That's how you get jobs now. You interview by doing whatever dance is popular, by baking chicken and NyQuil and eating the pink stuff.
Allegra chicken, yeah.
So gross. But yeah, Yeah, Halloween's around the corner. Get your costumes and enjoy
Going to-
yourselves.
I'm going to Fur Park this weekend.
Yay! Enjoy.
If you want to stalk Jason, he'll be at Fur Park this weekend. His room is I don't know what his room is.
I don't know. What
Here's
my
the
room is.
coordinates.
But here's his home address. It's 107.
Oh shit!
I don't. All right, don't stalk people. That's rude. Oh, and Demona, are you excited for Chris Pratt Mario?
No, but I'm gonna try to be excited for it.
All right,
Because everything
she's
else
open
looks
minded.
so cool in that movie. That movie looks great.
I mean, Chris Pratt is so cool.
Yeah,
You know,
he was in
he's
the,
fine.
He was in the Lego Movie.
Yeah.
And he was an Onward.
Was he?
Yeah, he was on Onward.
Yeah, and that movie was good.
Huh.
Yeah, I think it was the brother, but I didn't know it was him at all until until Frisky mentioned it. And I was like,
because everyone was like, the brother should have been Jack Black.
And then you
Yeah.
immediately hated him once you found out it was Chris Pratt. It's like, oh,
No,
that movie's
I
garbage
didn't.
now.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you were like, oh,
Shut
that
up.
movie's poo-poo.
Chris Pratt. Oh, this movie loses 4 out of 4 stars.
This
I don't
movie
hate
isn't a
him.
Pixar joint. It's more like Blue Sky.
Oh God, I did not say that. Don't listen to them. Just don't.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Peace out.
Night.
Yo-yo and Frisky Time and Chivalry. Yo-yo and Frisky Time and Chivalry.